sharpened and ready to go. We can talk a little bit about what we've been doing all along in order to create this business. I just want to get everybody kind of warmed up and ready to roll. One person talking at a time. So can we just have a quick review, show of hands, we'll go through it quickly. Anybody want to give me the definition of revenue? Ainsley.
The money you get.
Yes, excellent. Did everybody hear Ainsley? Ben, did you hear Ainsley? The revenue is the money you receive as well as potentially a flat fee. What would expenses be? Patrick. Stuff that you need to take away from the money from the revenue, correct. And what's the arithmetic sign that we would use for expenses? Hint, yes. And then profits. Who wants to tell me how we figure out profit? Rowan, good morning.
It's what's left over after the expenses.
Correct. So would you say that the plus minus the minus equals your profits? Is that a pretty good equation? Okay. And then we talked a little bit on Thursday about adjust. Jack, what would the word adjust mean when we're talking in mathematical terms about revenue, expenses, profit? What would we do to adjust? When would we need to adjust? Yeah, we change the price or something. That makes sense. An off-topic question, can it be really fast? Okay. Do we have school next Monday? No, we do not. Independence Day weekend has come early. So, yes, we do. So, okay, let's move on to the essential. Does anybody recall, this one might be a little more difficult for you folks to come up with. Does anybody remember what I said was the essential? We were talking about how it's essential for everyone to have the values correct in their table so that you can springboard into your graphs and your equations and everything will be accurate. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a culmination of everything that we've done in the last 2 weeks and write our two-step equations, our tables, our graphs, our noticing our pattern of change. We're going to do revenues, expenses, profits. So you guys are going to create a business that would convince a customer why they would buy from you. Why someone would buy from you as opposed to someone else. And I know I touched upon it a little bit on Thursday. I'd like you to work individually on your business. I'll circulate to help you with any issues that you have. Please put your hand down. I'm almost finished, Mitch, and I'll come to you first, and I'll come to Ainsley second, and Patrick third. So we'll work on these projects individually. And then, so we'll do this for 2 class periods, and then the end of tomorrow, end of Tuesday, you can at your table vote which project you think was the best one, which was the best buy, so to speak. And then that person at the table, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 table groups, will have 6 presentations. They can just be a quick minute. I'd like to hear why you created your business and how did you back it up with your data, with your tables, your graphs, your equations. And as extra credit, thanks so much. As extra credit, we are also, I'd like to see you guys show or talk about the pattern of change. Okay? And then as our summary at the end, we're going to create a poster or a brochure, something, it could be an advertisement, like we showed with Wild World Amusement Park, they showed the ticket. That's also considered an advertisement because it gives you your details of information. So when you write the paper, it'll be a short 1 to 2 page paper. You'll start out with a little paragraph introducing, just like we do in the book, introducing what the situation is, what the problem is. And in there, you'll put little hints, little things that we can pull out and use to demonstrate with our table and our graph and our equation to prove why we went with this company. And you'll also use your equation for profit. Your revenues minus your expenses will equal your profit. And if you really want to go the extra yard, you can throw in an adjustment at the end of your narrative, something that would make us have to adjust the entire wrong, question?
Are we doing this as a whole table?
What we're gonna do, and Mitch, I did say I was gonna take you first, sorry about that. What you're gonna do is do it individually, okay? And then, when everybody's finished Tuesday, maybe midway through the period Tuesday, you will vote as a table, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each table will vote on who they think should present theirs, because it's the best buy to go with their company. And those 6 people will come up and present, and then we'll hang your posters, your brochures, your advertisements, we'll hang them around the room. And Mr. Walker and I are talking about potentially having like the 6 winners, so to speak, from your class. Maybe put them around the frame of the bulletin board outside, or maybe we'll do it here. Maybe you guys can come up with what you think would be a good recognition for that. So Mitch, you had a question first?
So, for a business, does that be like a music park, or can it be like tennis rackets?
Very good question, thank you for asking that. Your product is gonna be, you can use something that's like a public thing, like an amusement park, a public beach, a bike tour, things that you would have lots of components. If you choose to do the components, you can have just a very simplistic company that would just give your basics, your profit, your expense, your revenues, your expense, your profits. Or you can make it elaborate and add lots of expenses, like we did in 3.3, where we added 2 or 3 different expenses, and then we adjusted at the end by adding a flat fee. So it can be as simple as, I'm sorry?
You do have to do something like music park?
No, you can talk to me if you don't wanna do something that's like a public thing like that, and then I'll go around after we finish, when everybody gets started this morning, I'll go around and make sure everybody's on target, and we can do that. Nancy, you had a second question. We answered it, Patrick, was your question answered? Are we gonna what? The posters? The puzzlers, you guys got puzzlers on Friday. I think that'd be a great idea to do after we get finished with the presentation and start. You can put them in your bins where you usually put them. Does that make sense? You take each revenue in dollars, you pay in expenses, all the costs. But if you say, I don't want to grow my own tomato, that's too expensive, I'm gonna buy them from some farmer down the road, and I'll buy them at 20 cents a each, and I sell them for $1. So
All right, so my, oh, where's that? We're at end. We're not taking an amusement park. Amusement parks actually get a lot of money because a lot of people get
John Walker's home, or he's got 350 acres, okay, of tomatoes. He produces them on a commercial level. So he says, you can buy them from me in bulk, 20 cents a piece. You buy them for 20 cents as your expenses, but if you do that, then your revenue would be, I pay you $1 for a tomato. Your expense is 20 cents to the commercial person, to John, to buy his tomatoes. So you just now need probably that'd be pretty darn good.
one roller coaster.
Okay, what do you want to do?
$5,000 million.
You want to do what? Okay, so now you have to go, what does it cost to grow a tomato?
You can make Maddie, you can make some really big tomatoes.
Maddie seeds.
I know, I already
Okay. So now you just say
How do I
your
know
code.
who said it?
You have to guess.
What's your business?
No, don't have any.
You wanna know the name of my? No, it's not.
Sarah.
I just want my diameter.
There was a power.
Like the diameter here is about
I want to wait for
crazy.
Okay. Is this the diameter
about.
Make it teddy bear.
No.
I make a teddy bear.
Marley cupcakes.
I make a teddy bear.
Okay, that's fine.
How much do teddy bears cost?
Okay, you made some fun all of this.
They cost more like $10. No, you're gonna have to have like a factory. You're gonna have to have and appliances. You have to get a loan from the bank and pay off the loan. Which is like, I know, but there's like so you have to have. No, you don't.
Wait, so what is it? Actually, a public.
Okay, it's an RV. It's or a camper.
I did that.
It could be like,
And
trying to go
And I am
I don't know.
in the center of town.
I do think I'll try.
Ben.
My girlfriend, he was like, how
Rowan.
basically this is like, you give an answer.
Rowan.
Okay, my business.
Rowan.
And then you just present it with and you can ask me as you go along.
Teddy bear.
Patrick, you know, which one? You can like do something to Iceland or Panama, like you can, you can make a tour thing.
An animal rescue refuge.
You can do a tour thing or something.
An animal rescue refuge.
Or able people get like your $5. $10. I don't know. $10 is not enough.
Animal rescue. An animal rescue refuge. I can't believe.
You're saving animals.
I just had an idea and then both of us started talking at the same time.
And then we'll display it as groups. So it's actually really similar to the way you provide you back it up in the body, the elevations of the tables and the graphs, and then your summary number.
Or we can make evil robots.
Oh, I make
Terminator robots. They're gonna kill the guy.
You're all really talking and discussing all of this high-level business stuff, which is really great. I just want us to end and wrap it up, to do a quick review. Everyone has their criteria sheet. Can I see a show of hands quickly? Who's been figuring out their revenue and their expenses and their profits? Has everybody been doing that? Okay, good. Anybody want to give me a quick rundown, a quick equation of revenue, expenses and profits? Go ahead, Nathan.
Okay, so here's like the numbers.
Just give me a quick verbal. How do we do that?
Oh, so revenue equals net and then minus the expenses equals profit.
Excellent. Thank you. I should still only be hearing Mason's voice. Thanks for that. So is everybody clear on what Mason said? We do our revenue minus our expenses, we get our profit. That's our pretty much the whole crux of the project. So you don't want to put that in your brochure or your poster. You want to put that in your narrative when you're writing your paper, and the instructions are on there how to do that. Your introductory, your body, and your conclusion. Your conclusion is going to be that poster or that brochure, something that you would, let's say, hang out in front of school. Come buy my cupcakes. They're 10 cents a dozen, and for a special Memorial Day sale, buy 50 or more and you get them for 8 cents a dozen. And then remember, on some of your advertisements, you can use your internet address, right? So people can order from you. So, okay, push your seats in. Have a good day.